You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. And we are back with Lisa Waters Lain, my favorite gal, probably on the planet. Probably.
Okay.
Definitely in Arizona.
At least Prescott.
Prescott, Arizona, especially. She shares my life with me, my business, my children, and this radio podcast. So she shares this, comes each week with your garden questions. Just what are people talking about that maybe we can share, and you can learn things from other gardeners, and that's the beauty of gardening. People think it's therapeutic, like one with nature, but also it helps you socialize and get out of your own head and share stories. And look what I just grew. Hey, I grew new tomato. Instantly, gardeners have instantaneous bonds. I can tell a gardener where they're at the garden center because I'll be talking to them. Go, oh yeah, Ken. Hey, good to see you. I love your program. I listened to it last week. Yes, I learned. Hey, let me tell you, I just picked, and they start sharing their flowers. It's almost bragging rights. I just picked this beautiful tomato, radishes, lettuce. I'm going, oh, there's a gardener. You can always, there's secret code. There's a secret handshake. Remind me and I can share it with you if you're part of the Waters Garden Club. Not really. But there is wording. There's language that we use to go, that's a gardener. I got it. Whenever they're going, it's soil, not dirt. That's a sign of a gardener. Anyway, enough of how we identify.
I'm impressed. You went a whole minute and 40 seconds. I'm not sure you took a breath.
Some shows are more animated than others. I'm excited.
Good.
It's like garden season. Grandkids are coming next week. It's going to be exciting.
Should be fun.
We're baptizing a new granddaughter down in Phoenix. It's exciting. The family's gathering. It's exciting. I get excited.
Yes, you do.
That's what you love most about me.
That's
I'm still excitable after all these years. Now hurry up. Let's go.
That's my world, people. Okay, let's get to some questions since this is the segment for questions. All right, Sue. She said she has struggled to grow lavender. She really wants to get some going in her yard. Okay. She wants to know, can you make some suggestions on which varieties grow best?
Yeah.
What environment they need, what kind of soil they need, and the water they need.
Great. Did Sue tell us what city?
She did not.
Okay. Sue, you got to tell us where you're coming from, but basically this is for all of us. So lavender loves bright, blistering hot sun. Start with that. If you're underneath in a beautiful container with great potting soil, it's going to love that because it loves drainage. It does not like sitting in water at all. It wants more air in the soil than it does moisture. So if you fill up all those air pockets with water molecules, it's going to tell you about it. It's going to go, I am not happy. It's going to yellow in the middle. Then it's going to spread. You go, oh, it's getting dry. You're going to give it more water, and then it's going to double down on death. And so it likes the sun. It likes the heat. It likes drainage. If you've got it in a container and it's underneath that front covered patio, I know that's what's in the front of garden magazines and Architecture Digest. But lavender's going to hate that. It likes the sunshine. It doesn't want to be under the canopy of anything. In fact, if it could be outdoors 24/7, like Alaska style, hot sun all the time, even happier. That's the secret. Most folks plant them. They don't amend the soil enough. They don't dig out all the chunky rocks out of the soil. And so it doesn't drain very well. They don't add some new compost to keep that soil aerated, to stretched out. It just compacts right back down to its concrete, like clay soil. And now this plant is trying to struggle through this clay, and it can't breathe, and it's overwatered. It just suffers and dies. That seems to be, they love growing in containers, raised beds, because you can control the soil that's in there. They will very much grow in the yard, but you don't want to treat them like one of your flowers. You want to treat lavender like a tree or a shrub. Water it once, twice a week, maybe. It's happy. Treat it like you would your roses or your lilacs or your other shrubby kind of plants, and that's where it's going to thrive. So if you've struggled with lavender before, That's probably the reason. It was too shady. The soil did not drain. It just sat there in soggy, wet soil. It wasn't that it was too hot. They've got this protection that they do, this sap and this coating around the foliage. It just makes them super low care. The great thing is if you get it right, they live forever with virtual, just ignore them. In fact, if you're going to kill a lavender, it'll be you gardened on it. You loved on it too much. Ignore it, kick dirt at it, take a blow dryer, curse at it. It'll be happier than being pampered.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and now's a good time to, if you're going to try it, now's a good time to come. It's a great time to plant for lavender.
Absolutely.
I think we have 4 to 5 different varieties up there right now. So great time to give it a whirl. Get it out there going.
The reason it's one of the best times is because it's hot. Remember, they like bright, hot soil. They love that. So if you plant them in the spring, you'll struggle more because the soil's cool, the air's cool. It doesn't dry out very fast. At least now, if you overwater it, the heat's going to cause it to dry out quickly, which means you're less likely to make a mistake. That's all of your summer-loving plants. All the plants you find here at the garden center right now, they're summer lovers. They don't like being planted in the spring. They like it when it's hot. So you put your hot heat lovers, out when it's hot out, and they thrive in that time. If you invert those, you put your summer lovers in the spring, your spring lovers in the summer, they don't like it as much.
That's
true. Everyone's got their own climate they like.
That's true. All right. Our next question is from Ron, and I'm getting this one in the garden center all the time right now. Help. Aphids are taking over my world. So he's got them on crepe myrtles. He's got them on roses. The spray he was using, he thinks it's just not as effective. So how do you get rid of aphids?
This is super easy, Ron, or anyone that's got bug problems. If you even sense there might be a curled leaf, that's aphids. Shiny foliage or shiny rocks, that's aphids. Sticky, gooey flowers, that's aphids. Or just crawling things that look like a big old spider, that's aphids. Not a spider. So what they do is they'll pierce the leaf and they literally suck the juice out of it. And so they don't typically kill a plant. They can stress a stressed plant. They can stress out more and kill it. And basically, they just make it look really ugly, and they stress the plant out. So what do you do? So Ron, here's what you do. So before we had a party last weekend, family's over, a 4th of July stuff. We're watching fireworks. We're just enjoying the evening, and you cannot have mosquitoes or flies at any backyard party. The party's over. So I did this for my flies and my mosquitoes. And while I was at it, I went after the spider mites and the aphids because they're everywhere. It's ridiculous. Here's what to do. I've got a product here at the store called Sayonara. It comes in a hose and sprayer. You connect this thing to the hose, turn it on, it puts on this fan spray that just hose that whole plant down till it is dripping wet with Sayonara, and kiss them goodbye. They can't take it anymore. You could release some ladybugs and they'll eat some of them, but they're not, they usually get bored. Ladybugs bore easily. They're like ADD all the time. They just can't focus at all. So they eat a few and then go, I'm going to go off and fly over here and do that. Sayonara is going to just obliterate all those insects. And the benefit is, Ron, you won't have flies, at least for a week or two. You won't have mosquitoes because it's going to take those mosquitoes. They hang out inside the darkness of that foliage of your crepe myrtles, in those junipers, in that grass. And so I just hosed down everything I could reach with the hose. And I haven't seen a bug since. Before that, no, we had some serious bugs at that point. So that's how you deal with it. Sayonara. Got a couple other products, but that's one that I find it's in summer. I sprayed in the morning. When it's cool. By that evening, all my worries.
The trick with aphids too is try to get under the leaves as much as possible, because a lot of times that's where they're hanging out.
Till they're dripping wet, till the ground underneath the foliage. You put so much Sayonara on, every bit of the foliage is wet and the ground underneath it is wet. And while you're spraying, here's the insider tip. You're thinking negative thoughts like, die, aphids, die. And you know what they do? They
Do
die.
Water's Garden companion plants for July are hibiscus, maple, verbena, and crepe myrtle.
Crepe myrtle flowers are intense watermelon pink, solar reds, and LED whites that cover this heat-loving shrub.
Plant where you enjoy its beautiful multicolored bark and sinuous branches up close.
The flowers show against forest green foliage that turns red and orange in autumn.
Growing to just head height, every yard has room for at least one, and only available for summer planting here at Waters Garden Center in Prescott.
For a more fruitful garden, increase success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.